Welcome to The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time on 64. Switch Online. I am back. I have cooled it. I'm no longer sick. So now, well, I'm just back, okay? The end of 2024 didn't exactly go well for me, seeing that I got sick towards the end of the year, and I started this year all sick. But now sickness is gone. Anyway, let's do this. Let's get right in this. In the vast deep forest of Hyrule, long have I served as the guardian spirit. I am known as the Deku Tree. The children of the forest, the Kokiri, live here with me. Each Kokiri has his or her own guardian fairy. However, there is one boy who does not have a fairy. Navi, Navi, where art thou? Come hither. O Navi the fairy, listen to my words, the words of the Deku Tree. Dost thou sense it, the climate of evil descending upon this realm? Malevolent forces even now are mustering to attack our land of Hyrule. For so long, the Kokiri Forest, the source of life, has stood as a barrier, deterring outsiders and maintaining the order of the world. But before this tremendous evil power, even my power is as nothing. It seems the time has come for the boy without a fairy to begin his journey. The youth whose destiny it is to lead Hyrule to the path of justice and truth. Navi, go now, find our young friend and guide him to me. I do not have much time left. Fly, Navi, fly. The fates of the forest, nay, the world, depends upon thee. And she's off. Get a good preview of the area, don't we? Hello, John. Wake up. His eyes are open. The Great Deku Tree wants to talk to you. John, get up. Link. Yep, we're doing this again. Hey, come on. Can Hyrule's destiny really depend on such a lazy boy? I don't know, laziness seems to work from time to time. Take Henry Stickmin, for example. When you choose the box, the top hats are like, nah, we're not taking this box in the train. You finally woke up. I'm Navi, the fairy. Editing me, you might have to insert a clip on what I'm talking about. Box, train, toppets. The Great Deku Tree asked me to be your partner from now on. Nice to meet you. The Great Deku Tree has summoned you, so let's get going right now. And now we off. There's nothing to... Well, it's not much, but it is his home. Kokiri Forest. Place to sleep. Yahoo! Hi, John! Link. John's house. Wow, a fairy? Finally, a fairy came to you, John. Wow, that's great news. I'm so happy for you. Now you're a true Kokiri, John. Is that right? The Great Deku Tree has summoned you. It's quite an honor to talk to the Great Deku Tree. I'll wait for you here. Get going. Go see the Great Deku Tree. And you can't go anywhere back there. Okay. Found a rupee. Oh, you have a fairy now. That's great, John. What? You've been called by the Great Deku Tree? What an honor. He may give you a special gift. Hee. That's because the Great Deku Tree is our father, the forest guardian, and he gave life to all of us Kokiri. The Great Deku Tree has summoned you. Please come with me. Stepping stones in the pond. If you boldly go in the direction you want to jump, you will leap automatically. If you hop around on the stones, you'll become happier. Careful. It's not deep water anyway. Hey, you, Mr. No Fairy! What's your business with the Great Deku Tree? Without a fairy, you're not even a real man. Isn't he like 10 or something? What? You've got a fairy? Say what? The Great Deku Tree actually summoned you? What? Why would he summon you and not the great Mido? This isn't funny. I don't believe it. You aren't even fully equipped yet. How do you think you're going to help the Great Deku Tree without both a sword and shield ready? What? You're right. I don't have my equipment ready, but... if you want to pass through here, you should at least equip a sword and shield. Sheesh! That meanie Mido made me cut the grass at Saria's house. Mido told Saria he would do it so she would like him, but I'm the one doing all the work. You and Saria are close friends, so will you help me cut the grass? I'll let you keep anything that you find while cutting it. I got nothing to cut with. Saria's house. It's filled with hearts. House of Twins. My sister took some rupees and went shopping at the store that has a red roof. Hehe. Speaking of rupees, a green one is worth 1, a blue one is worth 5, and a red one is worth 20. Hehe. think I made one despawn. A by the stone, pick it up. A by the stone, pick it up. Mean old Mido, he made me pick up the rocks in front of his house. This is his house? House of the Great Mido, boss of the Kokiri. Green rupee. Blue rupee. Another blue rupee. Heart. It's been fully recovered. House of the Know-It-All Brothers. I can teach you about the icons at the top of the screen. The 3 yellow icons in the upper right are called C icons. They display the things you can use with the C buttons. Once you get a C button item, go into the Select Item subscreen and set it to one of the 3 C buttons. Do you want to know how to use the C up button? If you press C up, you can change your view. In a place like this, it will switch to a top-down view. Outdoors in a field, for example, will switch to a first-person perspective. Also, when Navi is displayed in the upper right of your screen, Navi the fairy wants to talk to you. You see, you have to listen to her. If you want to learn about the map and items, just ask me. But don't ask unless you want to hear a long explanation. What do you want to know about? There is a map displayed at the bottom right of the screen. The yellow arrow shows your current position and direction you are facing. The red mark shows where you entered the area from. You can turn the map display on and off with the L button. If you want to see the name of the place, press Start. You'll get into the subscreens. Select the map subscreen. On the map subscreen, you can see a map of Hyrule. Did you get all that? Okay, it wasn't that long. I'm breaking your pots. Okay, I guess I can't get it all if it's against the wall. That's fine. It's only 1 rupee. Thrust attack signs. To thrust with your sword, press control stick towards your target while Z targeting, then press B. We don't have sword yet. Cut grass with your sword. If you just swing with B, you'll cut horizontally. If you hold Z as you swing, you cut vertically. I didn't mean to climb it, but okay. Switch targeting. If you see a icon above an object, you can target it with Z. In other words, if you press Z, when you see icon above an object, you can lock onto it. If you press Z again, the lock will either release or it will transfer to the next object with the triangle above it. When you have many enemies in your field of view and you want to escape, press Z while holding back on control to cancel targeting. You can target the stones next to the sign for practice. Hey, let's work on some moves. To jump sideways while Z targeting, press A as you move right or left. To do a backflip while Z targeting, press A as you move backwards. To do a roll attack while Z targeting, press A as you move forward. While you roll, you can avoid damage. If you have your sword ready while Z targeting, you can do a jump attack by pressing A. A jump attack does double damage. You can use Z targeting on the stone next to me, so let's practice. There we go. Hole of Z. Let's go through this small hole. Stand in front of the hole and push towards it. When the action icon shows enter, press A to crawl into the hole. Pay attention to what the action icon says. Viewpoint with Z targeting. When you have no objects to look at, you can just look forward with Z. Stop moving and then change the direction you are facing, or hold down Z for a little while. This can help you get oriented in the direction you want to face. It's quite convenient. If you hold down Z, you can walk sideways while facing straight ahead. Walking sideways can be a very important technique in dungeon corridors. Turn around and try doing this right now. I found 5 rupees. We're learning. Visit the House of the Know-It-All Brothers to get answers to all your item-related questions. You got the Kokiri sword. On the equipment subscreen, select it with the cursor and equip it with A. This is a hidden treasure of the Kokiri, but you can borrow it for a while. Be sure to practice with it before you really fight. Right, B button makes you save. Or it offers to save. It has been a while since I have played this game. Because unlike Twilight Princess, I have played this one. Ow! All we need is a shield. Something Link from the Death Road doesn't seem to have. Oops. It was like that when I got here. Ah yes, Link from the Death Road. Not Link. Link. L-N-K. Where a random vowel can be in its place. Or sometimes the word I, spelled I-Y, no, E-Y-E. Good job, John. Now you're not good at spelling. Hi, John. Look this way. Look over here with Z and talk to me with A. Yes, yes, that's how you use a fairy. It's so great that you finally have a fairy partner. I'll teach you how to talk to people using your fairy. When a fairy flies near a person or thing, press Z to look in that direction. If you use Z targeting, you can talk to people from a distance, like we're doing now. When you have nothing that you can target, you can press Z just to look forward. Try it. Cookery shop. We have original forest goods. This shop, it sells things you can get in the forest for free. Hehe. Do you know how to use the Deku Shield? Hehe. When you get the shield, press start to get into the subscreens. Select the equipment subscreen with Z or R. On the equipment subscreen, choose the item you want to equip and press A to equip that item. Once you equip it, hold it up with R and change its angle with control stick. Hehe. Found 5 rupees. Or rupee worth 5. We sell shields, but not swords. You got the Deku Shield. Switch to the equipment subscreen and select the shield. Press A to equip it. Press R to crouch and defend. If you press R while Z targeting, you can move while defending. Would you like to buy something else? I don't know, maybe Link does have a shield on the Death Road, but we just don't get to see it very well. Then again, it probably wouldn't help much against Well, zombies are attacking from all sides in that game, so... If you want to see the Great Deku Tree, you should at least equip a sword and shield. Eh? What's that? Oh, you have a Deku shield. And what's that? Is that the Kokiri sword? Good grief! Well, even with all that stuff, a wimp is still a wimp, huh? I, the Great Mido, will never accept you as one of us. Shoot! How did you get to be the favorite of Saria and the Great Deku Tree, huh? Grumble, grumble. You got a Deku stick. On the select item subscreen, you can set it to the C buttons. Set it to C and swing it with C. When you want to put it away, stand still and press A. You can carry up to 10 sticks, but don't waste them. Great Deku Tree, I'm back! Oh, Navi, thou hast returned. John, welcome. Listen carefully to what I, the Deku Tree, am about to tell thee. Thy slumber these past moons must have been restless and full of nightmares. As the servants of evil gain strength, a vile climate pervades the land and causes nightmares to those sensitive to it. Verily, thou hast felt it. John, the time has come to test thy courage. I have been cursed. I need you to break the curse with your wisdom and courage. Dost thou have courage enough to undertake this task? Then enter, brave John, and thou too, Navi. Navi the fairy, thou must aid John. And John, when Navi speaks, you see up to listen well to her words of wisdom. And we're heading in. Inside the Deku Tree. Starting the first dungeon in the first part. Probably towards the end of the first part somewhere. But you know what? Let's do this. Wow, that was terrible. You got a Deku Nut. On the select item subscreen, use it on the C buttons. Set it to C and try throwing it. It will flash and stun the enemy. There we go. Look, John. You can see down below this web using C up. I see water. This will probably be one of those games where I'm setting the words "Welcome back" and "See you in the next part." So yeah, it'll probably be one of those games again. But you know what? It's fine. Dungeon map. Press start to get into the subscreens and look at the map subscreen. Blue chambers are places you have already visited. Your current location is the flashing room. Move control stick up and down to select a floor to view. Look at this wall. The vines growing on it give it a rough surface. Maybe you could climb it, John. I don't know, there are spiders on the wall. Oh, I'm sorry, Skulltulas. Still a spider. You can open a door by standing in front of it and pressing A. Pay attention to what the action icon says. That's the blue icon at the top of the screen. Wrong R button, John. Ow, ow, ow! Forgive me, Master. If I give you a clue, will you let me go? When you jump off a high cliff, if you hold control stick forward, you will roll on the ground when you land and won't get hurt from the fall. I can't guarantee it'll work though, if the cliff is really, really high. Well, try it if you're feeling bold. Wah ha ha! Wah! You found the fairy slingshot. Subscreen, item buttons, C buttons, C to take it out, and hold it. As you hold C, you can aim with control stick, release C to unleash a Deku Seed. If you want to shoot right away, then you press C first, hold down C a little longer, and it'll get her seed ready. Pushing B seems to be a force of habit for me when it comes to trying to cancel things. You got Deku Seeds. These are small, hard seeds that you can use as bullets for your slingshot. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Dang it. Go! You found the compass. Now you can see the locations of many hidden things in the dungeon. Chest. Chests. Skull boss. Oh my goodness. I don't know, maybe I'm used to modern games where the control stick is like way to change camera and stuff. I mean, that's why I'm like pushing wrong buttons or something. There I go doing it again. So many hearts. I think he's broken. Wait. There we go. You destroyed a gold sculpture. You got a token proving you destroyed it. Anyway, not sure I'll be able to collect them all, but if I see one, I'll go ahead and take it out. Alright, you know what? At least for the first part, I can say see you in the next part verbally, and welcome you in the next part verbally as well. Let me collect this token, and I'll end this part here. You destroyed a gold Skulltula. That makes 2. Alright, that'll be it for part 1. See you in the next part for part 2. Also, John, you have to pick a different end audio, not the file select screen. Unless you want copyright issues. Since the Great Fairy's Fountain theme, which is also the file select theme in this, is copyright. I got it directly from the game of Twilight Princess. For Twilight Princess. Anyway, see you in the next part.